What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be basically giving a review slash what I did video for Ring of Honor 11th anniversary. My voice is completely gone. Yesterday was awesome, and I'm just gonna get into everything. So I'm sorry that I can't talk normal. So yeah. So basically, um, we left the house at around 1:30ish. Tommy lives about a minute away, so we picked him up. We had to go pick up Michael, and he lives over like a half an hour away. So what we did was we picked him up, then we headed out, and we just drove all the way there, and then we stopped at the Oasis, which is like a couple minutes away from the actual place that Ring of Honor was going to be at. So we went there, we got something to eat, and when we were done early pretty much eating. So we just went to the Frontier Fieldhouse and we just chilled there for about like 3 or 4 hours. Me, Michael, and Tommy, we were like going, like there's a little park right there, and there's like a train tracks. So we were just chilling like in this big field like between the two. So basically we saw like a bunch of people roll in, and we saw a bunch of people just like coming outside and stuff. um, we saw Jimmy Jacobs, we saw Truth Martini, and then we saw Kyle O'Reilly drive in. He wasn't driving, he was like in the passenger seat or whatever. And then we saw a car, and they had a huge trash can, which I was like, holy cow, that means that they're going to use that as like a weapon or whatever. So that was cool. And then we basically just chilled for for like 3 or 4 hours. Right when we got there, I told his Twitter is KCon Hawks, his YouTube is DM Punk 300. I told him, I was like, hey, come over, we're here already. And yeah, that's just hanging out and whatever, talking just about our thoughts and everything. And then finally, after waiting like a long time, they finally opened the doors. So as soon as oh, first off, here's the ticket right there. The seats that we had were row 5, section C, which was TV side. But this is what I've been doing for the past couple shows: is you buy the cheaper ticket and you just go along the barricade and you just chill there the whole night. Hit the barricade and everything. But then, as soon as I got in, I ran over to the barricade and we got pretty much front row. And I made them stay there for a little bit, and I went over to the merchandise table and I picked something up. I really wanted to get this when I heard about like who pretty much won. It is Mystery Vortex PWG. The man Adam Cole wins the PWG championship. The world championship. And I heard that that match is crazy. I heard the rest of the card is insane. I cannot wait to watch this. I just want to say real quick that they do a really good job on their discs. Like, I don't know, just whatever they do on their discs is like a really good job, and it's really cool. But yeah, so I was gonna get Adam Cole and Kevin Steen to sign this, but that's a different story. I'll tell you in a second. So then, the show starts, and we're going crazy, and they kind of like announced that this is the first show that they're gonna have they have a TV over the stage. So this was the first show that you get to listen to like the promos and the video packages, so you know what's going on. Because before you just be standing there like what's going on. So then they had the first match. It was the six person match. The first guy, I don't even know who the guy was. I don't even know. I think there was a pre-show, like a pre-show match that wasn't on TV, and whoever the first guy was, which I don't know if you went to the show, if you could tell me who that was. In the first match, the first guy that came out, I put my hand out for a high five. He kicked it, and I was like, oh, but it was still kind of cool to interact with wrestlers and everything. And then for the first match. It was the six-man match. It was QT Marshall, Silas Young, Mike Seidel, which Mike Seidel is Evan Bourne's brother, if you don't know that, Adam Page, and Tadarius Thomas, and the pretty much debuting ACH. He won. What an awesome match that was. I don't know how to explain it. It was awesome. You have to, like, for all these matches, you have to watch the DVD. Buy the DVD, or if you watch the show, it's just like crazy. And plus, it's live, and it's even better. Then we had Scum defeating Coleman and Alexander. That match again was insane. And then we had VJ Whitmer defeated Charlie Haas. I thought that it was just like a no counter or whatever, but I guess not. The whole thing before the show was that Michael, for some reason, he wanted BJ Whitmer to die. So we were like saying that the whole time. And then when he came out, everyone was chanting "Die, BJ, die" pretty much. And like K-Con looked over to Michael, and he was like, "Yeah." It was funny because Michael wanted BJ Whitmer to die, and so me and him were cheering for Charlie Haas. And Charlie Haas, I thought he was going to be like, hey, I have a fan, but he stayed in his gimmick, and he, did what everyone else, or did what he would normally do. So that was a sick match. They had a lot of different, when the weapons and everything, and that was awesome. And then we had the Forever Hooligans versus American Wolves, and this is the first time of me seeing Eddie Edwards, and that was awesome to see. And they won. American Wolves defeated the Forever Hooligans. And before the match, the Forever Hooligans did the Russian national anthem or something like that. And then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match, Michael Elgin versus Roderick Strong. So basically, the first fall was like really quick. Michael Elgin picked up the first fall. And then the second fall, or the second time, when I'm pretty sure it's the second time, when Roderick Strong has Michael Elgin in like a hold, there's like me and like Tommy and Michael and Chris, we all had this like little joke because when we were watching the Rumble, Chris was like yelling "tap" just for no reason at all. So that was like the big thing. So when Roderick Strong had Michael Elgin in a hold, I yelled, I was like "tap," and then Roderick Strong was like "tap," and I was like "tap." I can't talk, but I yelled "tap" again, and he was like, "Yeah, tap." It was just the funniest thing. Everyone started chanting "tap," so that was awesome. And then Michael Elgin defeated Roderick Strong in that match, and then we have the TV title match: Matt Taven versus Adam Cole. And what's his face? Truth Martini is homeless, and I don't even want to know what he was wearing. But I kept asking him if I could read the book. I kept yelling. I was like, I want to read. But it got down to a point, and I was like, oh no. And all of a sudden, you hear the 3 count, and Adam Cole wasn't pinning the guy. And then all of a sudden, like, everything just went like, oh. Because, like, Adam Cole is one of my favorites ever since the first show I went to. And to see him lose the title, it sucks. So, yeah, hopefully this Taven guy has something for him. Oh, and during the entrances, the camera guy, if you guys go to the events like for Ring of Honor and you're along barricade or whatever, one of the camera guys, he's like one of the nicest guys and like the coolest guys because he pretty much, it's just like, it's fun to, he tells us to do different things, like I'll hit the barricade and everything. So when Matt Hardy was coming out, I had my shirt on, my Matt Hardy shirt on. So me, one person of like 500 or something like that, I don't even know how many people were in there. I was the only one, honestly, cheering for Matt Hardy. Now, Matt Hardy's been my favorite, and I never got to see him live in WWE. So I was like, hey, it's Matt Hardy. I get to see him for the second time ever. And before the show, I was like, hey, you're the one who stole my silver Sharpie. And he was like, oh, yeah, the Sharpie guy. And I was like, yeah. But, so yeah, Matt Hardy came out to do, he cut a promo, and then he that was on the commentary. So I was like doing this. So you see me doing this at the beginning, and I was like, yeah. And then we had the tag title match. We had the Briscoes and Fish and O'Reilly. I guess their name is like the Red Dragon or something. Um, that match was awesome, honestly. It's the Briscoes. It's always going to be pretty awesome. But the Briscoes did lose, so we had new tag team champions, and that was like two in a row. That was like they changed titles two in a row. Are they going to do it a third time for the world title match? Kevin Steen versus Jay Lethal. Um, I don't know. This match was insane. Being there live was a lot different, honestly. For the whole like segment and everything, from the time that Jay Lethal walked out to the time that the people left the ring after the camera stopped rolling, it was like the craziest thing I have ever lived, ever. Like, I said that this compared to Money in the Bank 2011. Like, this is like neck and neck with it. It's tied for it. The craziest thing I've ever been at live. Um, so basically, the match was just insane. You had different things going on. It was just I don't know how to explain it. You have to watch it for yourself if you haven't already. And then Scum comes out, Carino and Jimmy Jacobs. So they were attacking Jay Lethal, and they were like telling the ref, hey, do this, blah blah blah. And then I'm pretty sure that they were like after Steve Carino left the ring and like went in back like after he was like he got attacked or whatever. Jimmy Jacobs was on the ground right by the announcers. Still he didn't go in back or whatever. So basically, I was like joking around, and I was like, "Jimmy Jacobs, are you okay?" So and Michael was right next to me, and so like Jimmy Jacobs shook his head, and like his hair went all over. He was like, and then Michael was laughing because it was like a coincidence or whatever, and I was like, "Jimmy Jacobs, do you need ice?" And he was like he closed his eyes as he like said yes because he was like you couldn't see him on TV, I don't think, or on iPay-per-view, I don't think. So it was just the funniest thing, and that was like one of the big things coming out of the Ring of Honor event was Jimmy needs his ice. So if you saw me like say that or whatever, that is the reason why, because he needs ice. And right after he said yeah, it got really quiet, and I was like, hey, and back Jimmy needs ice. It was like the funniest thing ever. And then it was just from this point on, it was insane. Basically. I don't even remember every single person. I would have to like look it up because it was insane. So first off, who comes out? I think Rhino comes out first, and Steen's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then, what's his name? The new guy. Not the new guy. Like he returned. I think it's like, let's see, Jimmy like Rave or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jimmy Rave. I'm probably wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's him. He came out, and then who else? And then a couple of people came out. Rhett Titus came out, and I'm gonna forget a bunch of people. And then all of a sudden, I see this guy in the ring. He hits whoever, I think Jay Lethal, with powder, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Cliff Compton." And everyone was asking me, they were like, who is that? Like, is that Cliff Compton? And I was like, it is. And as soon as I said that, everyone was going crazy. I don't even know if you could see it like on camera, but like I was jumping up and down like crazy. Cliff Compton is awesome. And I was like confused because I thought he was still in Aces and Eights in TNA. So if someone could clear that up, that'd be great. But I was like, what? It's Cliff Compton. It was insane. And then Matt Hardy comes out, and then all the other Ring of Honor guys come out, and it's just like a brawl. I mean, it was insane. And they had twist ties, and they tied everyone to the to the ring, And I do have to say, Mark Briscoe was in the barricade, or he was like tied up to the turnbuckle. It was the funniest thing. He was like, it was funny the way he was tied up. But anyway, they were in like the ring, and I don't know how far it went on camera. Basically, I could probably maybe like post the end or whatever, but because I recorded the whole thing. Um, Basically, Scum walks out, and they go outside into parking lot or whatever. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna come back because I asked Matt Hardy if he what's it called, if he was gonna like stay after or whatever. So like I was like, okay, they're gonna come back because I wanted to meet Cliff Compton. I mean, Cliff Compton's the man, Mr. 1859. But then like the Ring of Honor guys were just in the ring and they all got helped into the back, and everyone was like, it's like they lost the Super Bowl and they like it was like insane like. And I actually thought the flag that they broke, I thought that they ripped, I thought they were gonna put that on fire. I was waiting for that to happen. Um, and just all the Ring of Honor guys, like after like 5 minutes after, like the lights turned on, like they were still in there and just like going back and everything. And I don't know, it's crazy. And we stayed around for a little bit, um, and then they kicked us out basically because, like, well, this will happen. So, Kyle, which is DM Punk 300, Michael and Tommy, they wanted to get a piece of the table and stuff. So they were over by the barricade. Oh, first off, I got Nigel to sign my DVD. Alright, honestly, if you haven't seen this, find a way to see it. Buy it. Go to a friend's house who has it. Just buy this DVD. It's awesome. I watched the extra features, and those are awesome and really fun to watch. And it's just, I cannot say enough about how awesome that DVD is and how like fun of a time I had watching it. Um, and so basically, Adam signed that because he was supposed to be signing, but he ended up not to or something. But I don't know what happened after that. Oh yeah, so they got the piece to the table, and Cheeseburger signed it. The guy that Charlie Haas beat up, pretty much. Oh, and he came out and like attacked Charlie Haas or whatever. But like the funny thing was that Tommy was telling me, he was like, he broke kayfabe to sign the thing. His arm was in like a cast or whatever, and then I guess like he used his arm to sign it. So it was pretty funny. He signed, or I'll try to get a picture of the autograph because it's funny. It says Cheeseburger, like he wrote it out, and then there's a little like patty that he drew at the top. I thought that was funny. But then I was walking around and everything, and I basically saw all the people of Scum come out, and they were by the stage, and so like I was like maybe about like 30 feet away from them, and I was like, and then Tommy and Michael came by, and I was like, oh my god, it's the whole people. Like I would love to meet everyone. And then like I got closer, and they all looked at me like I was like I had like a clown wig on or something. I don't even know. But oh, by the way, the Frank the Clown and the Brock Lesnar guy were there. I saw them, and for once I get to say that I had better seats than Frank the Clown. So yeah, he had like fifth row or whatever, and I was standing right by the barricade. Anyway, they thought like they looked at me weird, and then one of the guys that I've talked to in the past, he works for Ring of Honor Ring Crew. He was like, "Oh, you gotta kick everybody out, pretty much." And I'm pretty sure that they were gonna shoot like promotional stuff for, the next day or whatever, and they had the ring set up and everything because there's a show tomorrow or today, a TV taping. Kyle's going to that, so if you want to go check out his video when it's up, I'll link it down below. But as soon as everyone was in the ring, and they were like, all Scum was in the ring, and they were just like sitting there. I was like, this is going to be a big deal. Like, this is going to be something that people are going to be talking about forever, pretty much. And Scum is going to be this group of guys is just awesome, and I like most of them, so I was like, why not buy me a Scum shirt? There's some stuff on there, but yeah, it was $20, and it was worth it. And on the back, it says, "Many will die, few will live." And then there's a little Ring of Honor logo with a cross through it. And I really wanted to get this shirt just because, one, all those guys were awesome. And two, honestly, when now I wasn't like when the NWO like formed or whatever, I wasn't obviously watching because I was either I don't know what year that was, um, and when like they all came out in the middle of the ring at Ring of Honor, I was like, it's like I don't even know. I thought of the first thing I thought of was like an NWO like reformation or something like that. Um, and that's what I thought. Like I was like, this is like gonna be the coolest thing. And we were there when it started, and we got to see, everything live. And I was just like, these guys are awesome, and I want to support them. So I bought me a Scum shirt, and I don't even know. Like the thoughts coming out of the show were awesome. Like I said, this is tied for the best time that I had a wrestling show with Money in the Bank 2011, and that was awesome. So yeah, I think that's it. Just to recap, I got my Nigel DVD signed. I got Mystery Vortex. Can't wait to watch this. And then I got my Scum shirt. So yeah, that's it. What'd you guys think of the show? And the first couple seconds of the beginning, or the intro, you could see me and Tommy and Michael. So yeah, that's cool. I guess they Ring of Honor tweeted a picture, and basically it was like in the equipment or the production truck, and they basically like it was on the screen. It was Tommy, Michael, and you could see like half of my head pretty much. So that was cool that they took it at that time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, automatically after that show, Tommy and Michael both said we have to go back. Um, they honestly compared it because like they both went to WrestleMania 27, and that was Tommy's first Mania. And when Tommy says that something is better, anything like the matches, the actual like feeling, this, that, and the other. When he says that it's better than Mania 27, it's a big deal, and it was. And I'm glad that I got to be there for their first Ring of Honor event, and they automatically said we have to go back. No one could go today. We don't have rides and everything, but hopefully they'll announce an iPay-per-view maybe in June, so then we can bring a football and we don't have to freeze. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What are your thoughts, and what are your thoughts on Scum coming out and doing what they did? That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.